Bryce Menzies is the Jack Sparrow of the legal world. He may look like a faded rock star, but he has an extensive and intimate understanding of how to navigate the rough seas of film financing and intellectual property.
We always used to say how sad it was that there wasn't an award for best legals, but this is it, Bryce, and it's so well deserved.
I reckon I first met Bryce when we were about to do our first film, Malcolm, and what was interesting about it was Bryce's first film as well. Really, knowing very little about what we were about to do, we just went for it.
Bryce is entertainment himself. Bryce is an incredible legal brain, and he manages to combine the concept of entertainment in his own person together with the knowledge that he has to protect all of us.
He's an enormous resource, primarily. He brings not just years of experience, but a kind of commercial grounding. He knows everybody, he's worked with most people, he's familiar with lawyers around the world, he keeps himself informed with lawyers around the world. He understands the reality of independent film producing and the cash flow restraints that come with that. It would be a great loss to our industry if we didn't have him to call upon.
Bryce works with Marshall and Dent. The name Marshall evokes Bill Marshall, who was one of the founders of that firm, and Bill was an amazing film lawyer and an amazing person. And I can't help but not talk about Bryce in the same breath as thinking about Bill Marshall.
We have a certain expectation of what a lawyer dresses like, and many of the other entertainment lawyers are quite conservative in their approach. That isn't Bryce.
I saw a cartoon and it all came clear. It was a clown with big red clown shoes. Sitting opposite this clown was a little guy in a chair, and the clown's going, of course you realise if I wasn't a really good lawyer I couldn't get away with dressing like this.
You would have to admire the effective branding that Bryce has brought by virtue of the shoes and the leather coat in particular.
When I think of Bryce, I think of somebody who on the surface seems to be a cowboy, but actually he knows precisely what he's doing.
You can traverse the whole, such a large slice of Australian film. I think the thing about Bryce is he's not just a film lawyer, that he became executive producer of a lot of films and that he is so passionate about all the films. So I think the industry has benefited enormously from that sort of passion.
You've been a really great friend and great counsel over many years, and certainly the support you have given me has been immeasurable.
He's somebody that he won't hesitate to let you know what he feels is a realistic deal, an acceptable deal.
And like a swarthy dog, he calls a spade a feckin' shovel, so you always know where you stand. But unlike Jack Sparrow, Bryce is a very generous man and has helped and guided so many young filmmakers in their journeys. And for all of these things, we honour and celebrate Captain Bryce Menzies. Captain Jack Sparrow wouldn't be caught dead in ruby slippers though, Bryce.
I would suggest that maybe an upgrade of the shoes might be in order after all these years.
Don't ever take those boots off, and thank you.